Recently, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released their revised jobs numbers. Oh boy, it was interesting. Find out more on this edition of the Video Market Update. So each month, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, along with ADP, they formulate the number of private jobs that were created in the economy. They then come out with a revised, if there are revisions needed, at the end of each month or at the end of a 12-month period. So last month in August, they released, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, their revised number of jobs created in a 12-month period ending in March. And what did it show? It showed that there were 818 fewer jobs created than reported. What does that mean? That means they had reported 2.9 million new jobs created, when in fact in that period of time it was closer to 2.1 million. The other thing to note is this does not go through and show the number of jobs lost, it just shows the number of jobs created. With this revision, it's brought unemployment to 4.3%. Now this is a huge revision. To say we were wrong by 800,000 jobs that weren't created, that is the biggest revision since 2009. So at the end of every month, they will go back for the previous month and do a revision. In almost every case, it's lower. But what economists and stock market analysts tend to use is the initial number, and they tend to discount the revision. In this case, it's hard to discount that many fewer jobs being created than we were told. So there's two ways to look at it. There's the charitable way, which is it's a moving target. It's really hard to know. Government, they're doing their best. A skeptical view is there a reason this came out now? Is this a reason this is coming out weeks before the Federal Reserve is going to have their September meeting, in which they've been looking for a rationale or justification to cut interest rates for some time, but haven't really been able to find it? Well, now if unemployment's 4.3, if you can show that the economy and job growth is not that strong, here's your impetus to cut interest rates. The real skeptical person would say, well, they've waited to this moment because that's going to have some sort of effect on the election. Well, I do think it will have an effect on the election. We just don't know if that's why they're doing it. But what we do know is that the revision was massive, that the way that they're processing these job creation numbers is certainly flawed. And when we use that to forward look the economy or the stock market, it's certainly a flawed number that everybody tends to use. So when you see a number this big that hasn't been revised this large since 2009, it definitely makes you take a pause and say, okay, maybe things are a little bit softer than we thought. So I wanted to get that information to you. If you have any questions on this video or anything you're seeing in the market, let me know. But if not, as always, I hope you make it a great week.